Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first of two live broadcasts. Tonight, actually, I should say three, because tonight at 9 o'clock, we're going to help all of you get on the fast track, take your business to the next level on LinkedIn in June. Well, last night, we finished up our second session of boot camp, connecting with people. So first, let me see if we have any boot camp participants that have any questions. By the way, I want to apologize. Yesterday's 4 o'clock Ask Max session stopped abruptly because all of a sudden my computer just stopped. Blue screen. We're restarting the computer. I had nothing to say about it, and it took me about 15 minutes to let it recycle and get back up. So if any of you were on that session yesterday, I apologize. Now, anybody got a question? After all, this is an Ask Max session. Let me come back over here. So let me pop into boot camp. And I want to remind all of you that you have access to the recorded sessions of the May boot camp. All right. So I'm going to pop over here on LinkedIn. I'm going to log out of my account. We'll log into Gladys's account. So I'm going to unmute Gladys.
Good morning.
Morning. So who are you talking about?
Denise Donaldson, the second one on the list there. Yeah, and I actually started a response to her. I think you can see that.
Okay.
Oh, no, maybe not. I guess you can't see what I started writing. Okay, that's the last message she sent, and I was starting to answer it this morning, and I thought I got to a certain point and thought, I'm sure Max can do this better.
Well, but you're getting there. You're
yeah.
better people. So a global senior resource manager. She's open to work. So according to this, she stopped working in November.
Right.
And she's in the UK.
Yes.
So she's been out of work for 7 months.
Yeah.
So let's bring up the message.
Okay, we asked her what she's been doing for income for those last 6 months.
Okay, I always love this. Whoa, I didn't want to do that. So what I noticed when I brought up the message is that you've been connected to her since 2016.
Yes, yeah.
Now, is this somebody that you know?
Yes, it's somebody that where I worked with in my IT days, my
Hmm.
consulting days. She was a resourcing manager for the software company I was working with.
All right, so we started the conversation in April.
April, yeah.
So it's slow, to be honest, thinking about taking different role. Resourcing is something that companies get rid of. I can see AI will eventually replace this role. How are you doing? Now, we talked about this,
Yeah,
okay?
it is.
Right. In other words, hey, she's asking you what you're doing. So this would be the place to say, I've got an internet business, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
let's kind of move this thing down. All right. So you asked, what did you like doing most in your previous job? She didn't answer that. So now this is what we did. What was this on Monday?
Monday, yeah.
What have you been doing to earn some income? Okay.
Yeah, so at this point I had started to write back to her that oh yeah. It's really a shame that you can't see what I was writing. Anyway, basically I want to get to the point of asking her about her experience with network marketing. So essentially it's always for me, it's always the point of okay, I want to answer or respond to what she has said and incorporate what she's telling me into the transition into there are other things you can be doing because she's saying she's being very choosy about roles and wants to
Mhm.
get to a company that's doing well and she's going to stay with it. So I'm thinking, okay, I can offer you that. Um, but it's always just the wording and how to get to it.
Okay. So this is where we want to move the conversation over to talking about an alternative,
Right.
getting her to look at your business.
Yeah.
Now, first, what you have to do is we have to come down here and let's look at the things that she's done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she lists her skills.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking for things, coaching,
Yeah.
um,
Training and development,
training and development.
customer focused service.
Well, the other thing that we're looking for is maybe team building,
Mm,
training and development. And so basically what she's been doing is helping companies grow
mm-hmm.
and thrive. Okay. So first, what we can do, remember, images. We send her, not all storms come to disrupt your life. And spending time. My next job to last. So this one lasted a year. Previous 7 months. Oracle 5 years. 5 years. So 5 years. 5 years. So none of the jobs that she's ever had has lasted more than 5 years.
That,
Okay?
yeah.
So now, first, we want to send her some kind of a motivating image. And if it had been back in November when she lost her job, then we could have said, if the plan changes, change the plan, but never the goal.
Yeah.
Okay, but here, this is a perfect opportunity to hit her with light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going to go over here. My downloads. Light at the end of the tunnel. So first we'll send her that. Okay, now, so she's in the UK, so she's 6 hours ahead of us.
5 hours.
5 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, and when we do this, we always want to have we want to follow the line of the conversation. And we ask open-ended questions that begin with who, what, when, where, how, and why. So I want my next job to last, being picky. So we could pick up on that. And she says, lucky that we can survive on my salary.
Yeah.
So
I was also thinking in terms of right now she's enjoying the time freedom to spend time with her family and friends and volunteering and doing things she loves.
absolutely. So she's still going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was wondering if we can incorporate that into the response.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
So first we want to say, see, there's all kinds of things we could talk about.
Yeah,
could say,
exactly.
Spending time with your family.
Yeah.
Okay. Volunteering for a local charity. What local charity are you volunteering for?
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning the piano. Why? Well, why do you want to learn the piano?
Yeah.
I want my next job to last. Only choosing roles where the companies are doing well. That's where we want to focus the conversation.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first, we can say, we can address the other things. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Having time off to actually what we could do is we could say nothing beats
Yeah.
spending nothing beats having time to spend with your family and pursuing so we cover that.
Okay,
All right, now,
that's good. I took 3 sentences to do that.
okay.
You know me, I get off on a tangent.
Yes, yes, yes. So, okay, so we addressed that. Now, um, I'm being picky. Now, we could say, I noticed history. I noticed now what we should say before we get into this. You're very lucky. So many are struggling financially. Now, if looking at your work history, I noticed that you never worked for any company for more than 5 years. Now, here is where we're going to make the transition. there are many opportunities now. Let's talk about the basic transition line. Many opportunities available to someone with your experience. And then what do you know about the network marketing business model?
You wouldn't say with your experience and skills, just
No, what I'm
okay.
doing first
Yeah.
is I'm putting down the basic
Right.
transition line.
Okay.
What do you know? So this is the basic transition line. What we have to do is when we know enough about the other person, this is where we come back and we can say, we can plug it in with our experience.
Right.
Now, we don't, again, before we get into that, see, as much as you'd like me to make the transition over to start talking about the business, let's find, what we really want to say is, with your experience, training, working with people, doing all of those things, you could be very successful. The opportunity where you could be very successful.
Yeah.
But let's get one little extra piece of information first. I noticed that you never worked for any company for more than 5 years. Why? Let her come back and look over the companies. Let her tell you.
Okay, that's a good point. I gotta remember to do that, check their
Okay.
history. Yeah.
Right. So when we know that, now we can come back and we can say, look, you work for all these companies. You help build them up. You help staff them. You help train their people. You're a member of an important member of a team that's responsible for their success.
Yeah.
And then they dump you. So perhaps it's time, with your experience doing this, and this, and the way we're going to word it, depending upon our answer, is going to be, many of the professionals that I work with, many of the out of work professionals that I work with on LinkedIn that have your level of experience, training, are starting new careers that enable them to leverage off of their experience remotely from home, giving them more time to spend with their family.
Right.
What do you know about the network marketing business model? So if we can just collect that one little extra piece,
Yep.
okay, you know her.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing that's very important, let's come back here. This was today. It was Monday. So one of the things that we want to do, because she's going to see everything that you do.
Right.
So let's come back over to your homepage.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's post something. Now, LinkedIn is constantly putting things in front of you, giving you all kinds of opportunities to talk to people. So we can go over here to your network.
Yeah, there's something went wrong. It's happening a lot these days, eh?
Well, yeah, it's really happening a lot.
Yeah.
So what you get to do
Mm.
is let's come down here. And first, let's go over to celebrations to see who's having a birthday. So here's somebody that you might want to talk to, that you connected with them 11 years ago. You never talked to them. And we know that their AI messages are just totally ineffective. I mean, you've been connected to this guy
For 11 years.
for 11 years, you've never talked to him, and they're saying,
Introduce yourself. Yeah.
I hope you're doing well. I came across your profile, discovered that we're both, but it just, none of this stuff makes sense.
Right.
So let's go back over to home. Discard it.
Mhm.
All right, now we're gonna start a post. And let's come and put something that, let me come back. And let's, our also come. Okay. I just didn't want to send her something that we already did. So start a post. And let's find something that will resonate with her.
Sorry, there's somebody at my door. I'll be right back. Just got to let them in.
Okay.
Okay, back.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, Here's a Robert Schuller quote. Build the dream and the dream will build you.
Yeah.
So go over here. Post it. Now she's going to see that because you're communicating. Let's go back over here. And we'll do another one. Actually, I could probably just go down. Okay, so Robert Schuller. Actually, there was a better one. Uh, and I really need to have one of my staff members put all of these things in sequence. What you really want to do is you want to have a folder with your motivating quotes.
Yeah.
And you want to break it up into the ones that you're going to use with your new prospects, and then, the follow-up ones. Let me come down here because the one I'm thinking about is really terrific. Actually, this one I think was good. Life is a menu. All right, so we're going to send this. And what we're going to do is we're going to time this for today. Only we'll do it at 2 o'clock. Well, that's going to be 7 o'clock her time.
Right.
We scheduled it. Now, one of the things you're going to be able to do see, we could take this one here,
Send it directly.
go over here.
Yeah.
Send that to her directly,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
So again, but the transition to talk about your business can be done at any time.
Right.
Once we understand that they have a need.
Exactly, and we don't want to skip too many steps.
But
Which
right,
is, yeah, which is always the tendency when you think, okay, it's a good one, let's jump on them.
right.
Yeah.
If you just take a little extra time to learn more about the other person, because
Exactly.
they're thinking when you bring these things up, she said, I want to choose.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to choose. So what the best that you're going to be able to do is work for some place for 5 years or maybe less. I mean, why'd you leave the previous job?
Mhm.
So that's the deal.
Yeah.
So you're on a good path.
Right.
All righty.
All righty. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'll talk to you next time.
Okay.
Let me look in the.
Oh,
let me look-
actually, I have one quick question. I was
Yeah.
looking for the new scripts book in the training center, and the picture of the new scripts book is up, but underneath it is the old one.
Right.
When is that going to
Right.
be
They're still in the process of loading it
updating?
up.
Okay. All
But
right. I figured that was the
yeah,
case, but I just wanted to
but
double check.
here's the thing. In last night's session of boot camp on the connect part,
Yeah.
I've added some of the new messages that are going to end up in the scripts book.
Okay.
And tomorrow night's session, if they don't get it all fixed and loaded up and set right, we're going to have a whole new level of scripts
Yeah.
that are going to be introduced tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So you'll have them if they don't get the scripts book completed and finished. And it's my fault because I gave them in the new scripts book some of the case studies that we've used in previous boot camps.
Yeah.
I wanted in the scripts book. So they're working on that. Like last night, we had a case study that we didn't have time to go over, but it's really powerful. So to keep it shorter, we took all of the different posts that were made, and we have it instead of on 14 different sheets. I had them put it on one. They're smaller. You can see what they are. You could look them up and get them.
Mhm.
So it's a battle of continual improvement.
Yeah.
But for everybody that's in boot camp, you get it. And I'm also finishing up a Word document with all of the latest scripts that I will be sending out to all of my coaching students. So we'll see all of you tonight at 9, or we'll see everybody in boot camp tomorrow. And Ray, I think that answers your question. So until next time, best of luck in building your business, and God bless.